OmniFocus 2.8 for Mac brings some welcome new enhancements and bug fixes. In this video, I'll take you on a tour of some of the more significant updates, including global search, full support for the macOS Sierra tab bar, and a convenient new way to delete and export attachments. Let's start by looking at the search enhancements. In previous versions of OmniFocus for Mac, the search field was used to search the current outline. In other words, it allowed you to search what's visible in the current view. In addition to searching the current outline, you can now conveniently search your entire OmniFocus database, even if what you're looking for doesn't appear in the current outline. Let's see this in action. Right now we're in the projects perspective with the Acme Consulting folder selected. The view setting is set to remaining, so we're seeing all of the incomplete projects, groups, and actions in this folder. If I click in the search box, I can search this outline. For example, if I type the word Robert, I'll see all of the items that contain Robert. Notice that there are two actions that match this criteria. I can clear the search by clicking the X in the search box, and I'm back to seeing all of the remaining items in the Acme Consulting folder. Now let's change the view setting from remaining to available by clicking View in the toolbar and selecting Available. Notice that the view icon changed to indicate that I'm no longer using the default view setting for the project's perspective. I can make this new setting the default by clicking Save, but I'll leave the default unchanged for now. The outline view is now showing all available items in the Acme Consulting folder. If I do another search for Robert, I'll see only one result, as the other action in the Acme Consulting folder that contains the word Robert isn't available yet. While it's handy to be able to search the current outline, there will no doubt be times when you want to search all of OmniFocus. When I click the magnifying glass in the search box, you'll see there are now 3 search options. Search here is currently selected, meaning that I'm searching the current outline. To see if there are any incomplete items containing Robert anywhere in the database, I can choose Search Remaining. I now see 5 results, including 3 items that are located outside of the Acme Consulting folder. In some cases, you might also want to include completed items in the search. To search everything, click on the magnifying glass and choose Search Everything. In addition to the remaining items, I'm now seeing a completed action. If I click on the action, I'll see that it was completed on July 31st, 2016. With the release of macOS Sierra, Apple provided developers with system-level support for tabs. OmniFocus 2.8 for Mac takes full advantage of this feature by allowing a single OmniFocus window to include multiple tabs. Let's look at how this works. Let's say you're working on the Prepare for Conference in Dublin project and decide to take a break to make some phone calls. You want to see a list of your available calls, but also want to maintain easy access to the project you're working on so that you can resume work with minimal friction. This is where tabs come in. To create a new tab, choose New Tab from the File menu, or use the shortcut key Command-Option-T. The tab bar will automatically be displayed if it wasn't previously visible, and a new tab will be created. I can now display any perspective I like in this tab. I previously created a custom perspective that displays a list of my available phone calls, and will choose it from the Perspectives menu. If I don't need the inspector in this perspective, I could click the Inspect button to turn it off without impacting whether or not the inspector is visible in other tabs. I can create additional tabs either by choosing File, New Tab, by using the Command-Option-T shortcut key, or by clicking on the plus button on the tab bar. I'll click the plus button on the tab bar to create another tab, and we'll switch to the Inbox perspective. Just as I can in other apps like Safari, I can drag to reorder the tabs. Let's position the inbox to the left of the other 2 tabs. You can close a tab by choosing Close Tab from the File menu, by using the keyboard shortcut Command-W, or by clicking the X button that appears when you hover your mouse pointer over a tab. If you drag a tab outside the tab bar, OmniFocus will give this tab its own window. For example, if I drag the Inbox tab outside of the tab bar, I'll have a new window dedicated to the inbox. You can also group windows together by turning on the tab bar if it isn't already visible, and dragging from one tab bar to another. I'll drag the Inbox tab back into the window it was in previously. Lastly, let's look at some enhancements related to attachments. In case you're not already aware, you can add a file attachment to an action, group, or project by selecting the item and choosing Attach File from the Edit menu. For this example, let's say that you have a photo of a sticky note that you want to attach to an action so that you have this information handy when it comes time to do the action. I've already created an action to phone Sean about the upcoming course, and we'll choose Attach File from the Edit menu, and then choose a photo of a sticky note containing information that I want at my fingertips when I phone Sean. I'll choose the Embed the File in the Document option, as I want this image to be stored in the OmniFocus database. If I instead chose the Create a Link to the File option, then I'd be saving a reference to the file that would only work on this Mac. I can see all attachments that are stored in the OmniFocus database by choosing Attachment List from the Windows menu. I can sort the list by name, the date added, and size, and when I select a file, I have the option to delete it from the OmniFocus database or to export a copy. It's also possible to delete or export multiple attachments. To select a range of attachments, click on the first attachment, then hold down the Shift key and click on the last attachment. Alternatively, you can hold down the Command key and select non-continuous attachments for exporting or deleting. I hope this gives you a good taste of what's possible with OmniFocus 2.8 for Mac. And many thanks to the good folks at the Omni Group for the time and energy they put into this release. This is Tim Stringer from Learn OmniFocus. Thanks for watching.